This lockdown really is taking it out of us. I've noticed that when, you ring people for a chat and you say, how are you doing? You don't now get the sort of fake, yeah, everything's great, everything's amazing. Actually, people take a beat and go, you know what, it's kind of tough. How are you finding this one? How are you feeling in yourself?
Well, firstly, I say it wasn't a political calculation to talk about how I'm feeling. And to be honest, I've always tried to be authentic and honest, but I've got to make the confession, which is, there were some people who work with me who were a bit nervous because they couldn't think of any example of a politician who's still practicing talking about this issue, particularly a bloke. I was told it's unusual and it's exceptional. And are you sure you're going to do this? Because normally in our leaders, we look for strength. But I think it's not a weakness to be honest about how you're feeling. I think, I was feeling at low ebb. I have felt at low ebb. I don't say that I need to be medicalised, but I don't want to suffer in silence. And I think how I'm feeling mirrors how our city's been feeling in relation to people who normally have systems in place. Could be exercise, it could be going out, it could be seeing your friends, it could be religion, congregational prayer, and so forth. That provides us with the resilience to function effectively. And all those things were taken away. And I was feeling pretty down. And so, I want to be honest about that because firstly, for blokes of my generation, it's very, very hard to talk about how you feel.
And also from your background.
Absolutely. So my religion, my ethnicity, but also, let's be frank, Ayesha, most male politicians are very alpha male. And so whole sort of things going on. But you know what? People who work with me said, you know what, Sadiq, you've always been authentic, you've always been honest. Go for it. And so I've been honest, talked about it. Some people have criticised me. People have tried to say, are you fit to be mayor and stuff? But, I think you've got to talk about it because my worry is there is another pandemic around the corner, which is a mental ill health pandemic. I've seen evidence of NHS workers in intensive care units suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. The anxiety, stress, trauma they're suffering. Children in our city suffering mental ill health, not necessarily in need of CAMs or GP referrals or inpatients, but in need of diagnosis and proper assistance and advice. But also, Ayesha, in our profession, you were involved in politics for a long time. We've got to stop thinking it's a sign of virility, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, being an alpha male, beating your chest and stuff. We've got to be honest about how we're feeling, because if you and I can be honest about how we're feeling, it may encourage somebody else who is a bit nervous about talking about it coming forward. There are paramedics, medics, and those who work in hospitals who are seeing stuff that you see in a theatre of war. And it's really important for us to recognise that and plan for how we're going to help them. We've got to plan now.